acid phosphatase test strips in this canister right here, prostate specific antigen test strips in these sealed individual pouches, a dropper, and an instruction sheet which isn't shown. You're expected to provide a source of distilled or deionized water, a coffee cup, and gloves if you wish to use them. What we're going to do now is demonstrate how to analyze an actual garment with a suspected stain on it. Here we have the garment right here. What you first do is you pull out the garment and you look at it and identify the stain so we can look at the stain directly. Now, semen has over 900 identified proteins. This test kit tests for 2 of them, acid phosphatase and prostate specific antigen. What I'm going to do is demonstrate how to test for acid phosphatase first, and then I'll do the test for prostate specific antigen. Now the procedure is to place 5 to 10 drops of water on the suspected area, in other words the crotch. Now sometimes it may take more than 10 drops of water depending on the stain. Sometimes vaginal discharge can be heavy, thick, and it may take more than 10 drops. So you'll just have to look at the stain and estimate how much water it will take to dissolve the substance inside the fabric. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Now, I'm going to let that soak in for about 60 seconds to give the material inside the fabric time to dissolve. And then we're going to do a test, an acid phosphatase test. These are what the test strips look like. Now, since we don't know where this garment came from, we want to use gloves. Like this. Now the procedure is to place the test strip on the stain for about 5 seconds, pull it off, and read it within 60 seconds. Vaginal discharge does have a little bit of acid phosphatase in it, so it's important to read the test within 60 seconds to avoid a false positive test. So here we go. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000. Now that's a positive test. It turned blue almost immediately. This is a strongly positive test and a presumptive test for semen. What I'm going to do now is demonstrate yet another technique, because there's a possibility that this purple dye stuff may transfer to the fabric. So let's just get it wet just a little bit more for the purposes of this demonstration. The second technique I'm going to describe uses a Q-tip to transfer material from the garment to the Q-tip, like this. You wrap the underwear around the Q-tip, transferring as much material as you can to the Q-tip. We're going to press the crotch around the Q-tip, trying to absorb as much as we possibly can. Now, this technique is going to avoid leaving any dye stuff on the underwear, so that whoever wears the underwear won't become suspicious that you've been testing it. Now, place the Q-tip on the test strip for 10 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000, 9 1000, 10 1000. That's a positive test. This gives a little bit better defined spot than placing the strip directly on the underwear, but the technique is up to you. Actually, it's a little simpler just to put the strip directly on the underwear. Now, this is a presumptive test for semen. Doesn't mean it is semen, doesn't prove it is. In order to do that, we have to follow this test up with a second test, and this test is for prostate-specific antigen. These test strips come in these pouches right here. The procedure is to put 15 mils of water into a coffee cup, like this. 5, 10, 15. Now take the garment, turn it inside out so that the inside of the crotch faces outwards. Grab the crotch between your thumb and forefinger and place the underwear in the water inside the coffee cup and let the water soak in to the underwear and then squeeze it out. Soak in, squeeze out. Soak in, squeeze out. What we're doing is extracting all that we can that's water soluble from the stain that's on the underwear. Do this about 15 or 20 times. And when you finish doing it, wring out the underwear as well as you can into the coffee cup like this. There. Now this preserves the underwear so that you can wash it again and wear it. Now what we're going to do is put a PSA test strip inside the coffee cup. Take a pouch, open it, put it out. Inside this pouch you'll find a PSA test strip and a desiccant packet. The procedure is simply to take the test strip and put it in the coffee cup. What I like to do is tilt the cup slightly and put this desiccant packet under it as a convenient way of moving the water to one side so it'll be deep enough. Take the test strip and place it in the cup. Now you're supposed to wait for 10 minutes officially, take it out, place it on a dry surface, wait 10 more minutes before reading it. If you see 2 red lines, it's a positive test. If you see 1 red line, it's a negative test. Well, it looks like we have a positive test. What we have here are two red lines on the test strip. The top red line is the control line. It always comes on no matter if the test is positive or negative. This line indicates that the test is successful, whether negative or positive. The bottom line is the test line. What it indicates is the presence of prostate-specific antigen. In case of a weak test, where you have a weak PSA test and a weak acid phosphatase test, the combination of both tests used together gives the investigator a more certain conclusion to what he's looking at as semen than either test taken by itself. And that's one reason why we include 2 kinds of test strips in this kit. So in the case of a weak test, you can have a more certain conclusion that the garment does in fact contain semen. First test, AP, is a presumptive test. The second test, PSA, is a confirmatory test. This concludes our demonstration of the Insight Semen Detection Kit.